Hello, my name is Jennifer, and welcome to part 1 in the introduction to my Rags to Property Owners Let's Play. And if you are returning, welcome back. And I am going to cover the goals, the rules, and do an introduction to our Sims. I'll first introduce the Sims, and then I'll get them started doing some things, and then we'll go over the goals and the rules. So we're starting with 3 Sims, 2 of which are the children from my Horse Ranch Rags to Riches Let's Play. The children as in Philip is the oldest and his younger sister Rosalind. So let's start with Philip. So because they were born in game, as was the 3rd Sim, they have some traits from essentially going through the various stages that they have gone through. So, but the traits that Philip has that were assigned to him are nosy and cringe, which are 2 of the new traits that come with the For Rent pack. And he is also business savvy because when he aged up, which he just aged up, I gave him the 5-star property owner aspiration, which is one of the 4 aspirations that come with the pack, which gave him that business savvy bonus. And maybe that will help. We'll see. It's supposed to give them more money from the standard rate from careers. And I wasn't sure when I did my Home Chef Hustle Rags to Riches, and one of my Sims there had the business savvy reward trait. It seemed like he didn't have the cooldown on the convincing to sell that other Sims I normally play with. So if we end up getting that, we'll see if that's the case. It could have been a coincidence and it might have been something else. So his younger sister here, Rosalind, is going through a loud phase right now, but she is creative. And of course, she also has some of these same things. And she has completed a lot of her child aspirations, but she does have 2 more to do, which she'll have to do here. And Holly, who is actually from my For Rent mini Let's Play, but she was a child in this Let's Play, but I played and got her to complete the children aspirations. And she is, so she got all those done. And she has maxed her scouts, as has Philip, actually. But so she is creative and she is a geek. And I gave her a collector aspiration. She has a curator aspiration. It doesn't really actually matter what aspiration. It's the category that gives you the bonus trait. So that's what she has. So that's all of our Sims. And I thought it would be fun to have someone from another Let's Play. And then, of course, my end game hope is that Holly and Philip will end up together and that their children will eventually go on to whatever the next generation Rags to Riches has to be done. So first off, let's actually, I'm going to switch her here I'm going to switch them all over to the angling ace because we're going to have them do some fishing. Though it is actually a holiday. It's a created holiday that I made that's been in this save for quite a while, though sometimes I edit it up a little bit. So we can't decorate. We have no presents. We have no money, of course. And I also am going to be doing this making money scenario. But we'll go over that with the goals. We have the thankful spirit and the gnomes, which we only have 2 gnomes. So we're going to actually have our teens do that. So we're going to have her appease. That one needs pie. And I'm actually going to switch her to... Actually, I'm going to go off that, go on to the teen one, because we're going to try and make some friends over there. And I'm going to actually do the same with him. Skip the whole fishing one. We are going to get to that. And so we're going to go here. And then we're going to go and check for Winterfest Eve gifts. And then we are going to send a thank you card. And I'm specifically going to send it to Holly because I want them to become friends. And that's one way to become friends. Okay, don't talk. I need you to do what I asked you to do. And you, my dear, you may as well stay here too. Okay. So, let's see if you got anything. Sure, you can like high energy Sims, I suppose. Okay, you got a Chaz McFreely. Okay. Now we're gonna go back on to Philip. One thing that kids can actually use the mailbox. They didn't used to be able to, so they can send thank you cards. They can check. Oh, we made friends already, but we'll send one more. So you got that. And actually, what I'm going to do before I go any further with him is I'm going to have him join a different after-school activity and his job. Find a job. I think I'm just going to do the after-school activity right now. Yeah, we'll get the job because it's going to be a holiday, so they won't have to go to work tomorrow. So we will find the job right away. And then you can come here and you can check for Winterfest Eve gifts. And then you can send a thank you card. Oops. This is probably... I'm going to actually stop this. I'll just do it after because I don't know. Because I want to make sure I do the right one. So then we're going to send a thank you card to Rosalind. Or since she's in this save now, it's new for her, so she doesn't know anybody. We may as well, like, become friends. And actually, she should have a better relationship, and I'm gonna do that to cancel, because I'm sure... I just wasn't sure. Okay. Alright. So, I'm gonna just get him to start. He's gonna start the... I'm gonna do this again. We're gonna do the computer club and the video game streamer. That's what I'm gonna have him do. And the reason I want to have him on here while he's doing that is that, and we are going to do this. We were gonna do that, but it disappeared. Computer team member, yes, we are gonna do that, and it gives us 400 simoleons. But that 400 simoleons is for this crafting an object, so it's to buy an easel. So we're going to leave that intact right now, and we'll buy the easel. It says here that they gave us 400 to buy an easel, but we don't have any money to make any paintings, but I will get it imminently. And now he's going to be a video game streamer. And in the morning, because that lets them do them both at the same time. And there we go. All right, so now for her, we're going to do the same thing. Not necessarily the same careers, but we're going to start job, an after-school activity, and then a job. Sure. She's also going to be a computer team member. Yep. And she's going to be a simfluencer instead of the other job. So they're going to do different jobs. So poster review, which we can't do because we don't have a computer. So anyways, but he can do his task, so that's good. So you're going to come here and appease the gnome, and you're going to give a pie because that also likes pie. And you have probably checked for those. Yes, you have. So you're checked for the Winterfest gifts. I can remember. So we're going to have her check for Winterfest Eve gifts. And then we're going to send a thank you card to... there. Whatever. That's good enough. All right. So now that they've done... Oh, she has to... Okay, they changed it. That's actually one that we can do more easily. So that's better. Okay. So you got that? All right. So we're going to actually stick... we're going to stick these in our inventory. Because that will give us seed pockets longer, which we're going to plant. We're not going to sell them. We're going to just open them and try and sell. And it's also because I'm going to travel. We're not going to get any seed packets from it because we're going to travel so we can do this cross-promoting. So he doesn't have... Okay, why don't we try and do this post on Social Bunny? Post about joining a club. And then we're going to add... any teens. By sending friendly messages, we became friends with the two that we knew. So let's check Holly, and I'm going to just do the same thing. She should have the ability to do a post about joining a club, and then I will add, I'm guessing it's the same Sims. Okay, so we became friends with It didn't count, or it's just delayed. There, it's there now. Okay, so because we need to travel here, we are going to go elsewhere and also let them do this cross promote. And while they are on their other lot, I will go over the other lot that they travel to. I will go over the goals and the rules. Well, we're here at what starts as a national park, and I've changed it to a regular park and added the things that are needed for a regular park, plus a few other things, including this pond that they're fishing at, because I like my parks to have ponds. This is a debug pond, because I actually kind of prefer those to the ones you make, and it was easier. But I like the fact that you can catch different things with the debug ponds than from just the regular ponds. So we're actually going to have them both do their cross promote at venue. We'll stop the fishing. And we'll have her stop fishing and cross promote. So he made 11. I think that extra money is because, like, I think she's going to get 10. And he, yeah, because of the fact that he has that trait. So, all right, so I'm not going to worry about this. I figured we may as well have that count as one of our spots for fishing since we were here. And, you know, since we're here, why don't we, for this fount of Tumarani, we may as well come and use a squat toilet. And I'm going to do the same with Philip. So he's going to go put a toy away. And we'll have him use... So I have an actual bathroom on here versus like just because you can make it so, like, you know, you can bring infants here, and there's the potties that come with the pack here too. And then there's this, so we may as well leave fruit, and she can leave incense. I don't know if they're gonna like over... Oh, she still has to... I thought she had to... Okay, I got that wrong. Oh, maybe I did. She does have that cross promote at a venue. I thought I saw something about, you know, doing the review, and it didn't actually end up being. Okay. All right, so what you're gonna do is you could use a Tumarani introduction. I don't know if she's gonna make friends with her. We're gonna take a chance and do a Tumarani introduction that we're not gonna actually make friends. Let's see. Why is it an awkward encounter? Okay, so we're not friends, and it did count for that. Which is, are there any other teens around that we can do Tumarani introductions with? It's kind of late. I don't see anybody. And she did that. Okay, so now that you've done that, we're just gonna probably do some more fishing at this spot. You're gonna go fishing, and I don't know, that may not work with you, but we'll try it. You're gonna come do a Tumarani introduction. And what's this here? We have to still craft that. Oh, we earned a little bit of money. We got a little bit of money there. Okay, they're both nosy. Oh, he made friends with her. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. That doesn't count. But because she's a teen. But I don't know, what is it with an awkward encounter? I don't understand. So we're gonna they're gonna go do some fishing. And while I'm having them go fishing, I will now get right into playing without doing any... Did you get any fish? Frogs? No, you didn't get any frogs. I want you to keep looking for frogs. I need you to find some frogs. I need you to find 2 frogs so we can breed them, and then maybe, preferably, a couple of good frogs. And this unfortunately takes a little bit more active interaction. Is that another teen? Yeah. You're not having any luck with these frogs, are you? We caught a voodoo doll. That's very useful. Okay, so while they fish, I will go over the goals. So our goals for the For Rent pack are to complete all 4 aspirations that come with the pack, which is Discerning Dweller, Fount of Tumarani Knowledge, 5-star Property Owner, and Seeker of Secrets. The Seeker of Secrets we're only going to complete with Philip. He has the nosy trait that fits in very well for that, so he's going to be doing that one. But for the other ones, the Property Owner one, I'm hoping they'll all 3 do once Rosalind is obviously a teen. You have to be a teen or older because you don't have access to that aspiration. And the discerning dweller is one where you're a tenant. So we're going to be being a tenant first before we become a landlord. And hopefully we'll be able to get that for her too. And then also the Fount of Tumarani knowledge, which is a location one, which I would expect all three of them should be able to do it. There is an issue with the Fount of Tumarani knowledge. You have to buy a shirt at like the stand, and there's only 2 shirts. So to get that, either I have to just cheat it complete once the other things are done, or there is a workaround where if you move the sim out of the house into another household and then go buy it, the household hasn't bought it in the new household, then you can buy it. But I don't know if I'm going to go to that trouble. I know it works, but I don't know that I really care. So that is the for rent goals. So for the teen goals, just in general, because they're teens and also Rosalind will become a teen, they must complete the admired icon and the goal-oriented teen aspirations. I'm not going to bother with the other 2. And we need to have at least 3 positive character values before they can age up to a young adult. I am playing on a long lifespan, but I'm not necessarily, I'm not going to keep them as teens for the whole of the long lifespan. It's too long. It's just more that I have certain goals that they have to do before they age up. Now, for some other goals is we're going to complete the fortune aspiration. We're going to complete the making money aspiration, and we need to have at least 1 heir and a second sim that's going to move on, like I had already alluded to, and I'm hoping that Philip and Holly will end up, hitting it off, and then later on getting married and having kids. So those are the actual set goals. Except for I actually forgot. For rent, we're also going to try and do the 2 collections that come with the pack. We're going to try and get all of the marbles and all of the tassels. And we're also going to try and get as many secrets as we can, obviously with Philip when he's doing the whole aspiration that comes with the pack, with the Secret of Secrets one. So, and there's about 30 of those. I'm not saying we're going to get them all, but we're going to try and get as many as we can. So for the rules, so we're starting with nothing on the empty lot that's 20 by 20 in the neighborhood with the tiger sanctuary. And I'm just trying to look and see what time it is. And you know what? We're going to take them back home because we're going to actually use some of this money that we got for the easel. And we're going to use it to buy the decoration box and actually, we're going to use it to buy like the cheap gift box and a cheap gnome so she can get hers done, and we can maybe get most of these holiday tasks. I'm not going to spend too much on it, but we'll spend a little bit of money. And then we'll probably, maybe, I don't know if I'm ready to sell anything. I don't know that I want to sell anything yet, because the thing we have that's the most valuable is the voodoo doll, and I'd rather do that later because of something from the rules that I'll go over shortly. So let me take them back home where we will buy those couple of things and get the holiday traditions done before 2 a.m. I'll be back. We're home, and I went and looked, and we actually have this Blooming Beauty wall painting. So we're gonna sell that. We have all our money that we essentially need to get things because of that, and I'm gonna get rid of some of the money of the items that they had, which is part of what. So I'm gonna get this. I wasn't, but I am, and I'm gonna get the cheap gifts, and then, like I said, a cheap gnome. This is the cheapest one, so we'll get that. And we're gonna have Rosalind appease the gnome with coffee. We're going to have Philip put up decorations. We'll have you come here and add a couple of presents and then open a present. So now that we've made those purchases, I am going to go over the rules. So we're going to start with nothing on this empty 20 by 20 lot in the Tumarang world in the neighborhood with the Tiger Sanctuary. So while we're on this lot, we can only use things that are portable, and the only exception is that they can have a small garden like made with 6 plants with no trees, of course, because trees are too big, and when they do move to their first lot, they can put those plants into their inventory. So we're not supposed to be selling into personal inventory. I know I already just did that. Or we can't mark up prices until we've paid off the yard sale table they started with, which we have, which was worth 300, and we had the money to do that. So I will just do that now. It's just a matter of timing. Travel is going to be restricted to Toomerang, San Myshuno, Magic HQ, and to the high school neighborhood itself. We can also, if we had a pet, we could visit the Brindleton Bay Vet Clinic if we have a pet and it's sick. So otherwise, we have to book a vacation rental in whatever the location is. I do have some worlds that I kind of consider one world until we complete the Fortune Aspiration. And once we've saved enough money, we're going to move into a rental. I'll double check what the rental furnishings cost because we're going to take it furnished. And the rental we're going to be moving into is in this world. There is a building that has an empty 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment. And then it has 2 other rentals that are already occupied. So we're going to move there. And last I looked, I have to double check. I actually have edited the lot. So I don't know what the value of the lot is now that I've edited it. I know it was originally just over 15,000, and I don't know if it's gone up or down from my edits because I got rid of some expensive things, but I also changed things, so it could be similar. Who knows? Once we have had at least one sim complete the Discerning Dweller aspiration, which is the one that requires you to be a tenant, I'm hoping all 3 of them can do it. We can move into their owned residential rental lot. Obviously, they'll have to have the money for that too. And we can make money however we want because I personally don't find property ownership is very lucrative. If anything, it needs to be supported by making money from other things. And I am playing on a long lifespan. And just in general for Rags to Riches guidelines, I do have a blog post with that, which I'll be keeping in mind. But this is pretty much it. And so if you're curious about the worlds, I consider one world. I consider Oasis Springs and Delso Valley kind of one world. Willow Creek, Newcrest, and Magnolia Promenade are the other ones. And San Myshuno is generally, to me, the city that's accessed from any of them. So if we go on vacation to any of the worlds, we can also go to San Myshuno. So if there's a festival going on, we're not limited and we can go there. But we can't go to San Myshuno and then go to another world. It's just sort of like it's, the city by whatever world that it is. So that's kind of it. But we're actually going to leave this part here. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.